Salutations, I'm Ruby Mattis, and welcome back to another episode of Talkin Cookies. Today, we're talking with Abby Maiello and Katie O'Shea, who are starring in the upcoming production of Grease. We are also sitting down with Joe Prendamano, another member of Skull and Bones, and this month's B&B cookie baker.
Oh, bright ideas and an Oreo cookie. It's a bright idea to dunk it or to crunch it or a scoop.
Today, we're talking cookies with Abby Maiello and Katie O'Shea, who play Rizzo and Marty respectively in the upcoming production of Grease. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy you're here. I'm excited. Alrighty, so I know that in the context of the musical, Grease is used as a hair product, but it can also be used in baking. So, let's check out this month's baking cookie segment.
Good morning, Mepham, and I welcome you to Baking Cookies. Hi, welcome to the segment of Baking Cookies, and today we're going to be showing you how to make chocolate chip cake mix cookies. So first, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Next, gather up a half cup of oil, a box of yellow cake mix, 2 eggs, and a cup of chocolate chips. Then, put all the ingredients in a bowl and stir until the texture is smooth. Once the mixing is done, take an ice cream scooper and scoop the dough onto a cookie baking sheet. And then put it in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes and... ta-da! You now have your chocolate chip cake mix cookies. That's it for this month's Baking Cookies. For B&B, I'm Joseph Prendamano.
Wow, those look great, but let's make sure they taste just as good as they look. So, dig in.
I'm excited. They've been mocking us this
do you
whole
want
time.
this one?
You can have that one.
Okay.
It's perfect for you.
Wait, who's been mocked? Oh, the cookies.
The cookies have been
You're
mocking
just
us.
staring at
Just
them.
staring
Gotcha.
at them.
I was like, oh no, all right. I was gonna
Mmm.
Oh wow,
Cookies.
Mm-hmm.
those are so soft.
Well done, Joe.
They're very soft.
They're good. They remind me of, because as we saw in the video,
Yes.
he used yellow cake mix, which I use
tasted
Oh.
when I make Hummintashen cookies.
Uh-huh.
So it's very like nostalgic
Mm-hmm.
taste, I suppose.
This is very good.
I dig it.
I'm a big
Dig it
fan.
too.
I never had cake mix in a cookie, so that's
Oh, you haven't? Yeah,
I
no,
think
it's
so.
Cookies, though.
Mhm.
a thing. They taste nice and
Christmas
Cakey.
cookies.
What?
What Christmas cookies you make that way?
I make Christmas cookies that way.
Okay. I'm a big fan.
all right. So we're good. You like the cookies?
Cookies are
All
very
right.
good. Thank you, Joe.
Awesome. So glad to hear that. All right. So we know what you think of the cookies, but if you could give them a rating out of 5 stars, let's do 5 stars.
I'm gonna have to give it a 4.7.
4.7 is
I
very
think
close.
4.5, 4.6.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
That's,
These are pretty good.
it's a big number.
They have the flavor, they have the texture. They're very good.
Cookie connoisseur over there. Alrighty. So, do you have a favorite type of cookie that isn't this cookie right here? How do you typically like to eat them? Do you like milk? Do you not like milk?
Some people have very strong opinions against milk.
I know.
I like regular chocolate chip. These are still very good. I'm a classic girly. and a good like 2% dunk is nice.
Oh, in the milk. Okay. I was like, what's a dunk? Okay.
I like Samoas. I just got my Girl Scout cookies from my local Girl Scout, so I'm very excited about
the Girl
that.
Scouts.
Yeah, I've probably eaten the whole box, so I'm very. I don't dunk them though. I don't feel like you dunk Girl Scout
No.
cookies, so
Those are some
I
dry
haven't dunked
cookies that are
them.
meant to be
Dry.
dry.
yeah.
You know, I don't think I'm much of a milk person. I like chocolate milk, but like plain milk, there's something about it. It's just
I get that.
I like oat milk. Oat milk
cows.
is good.
I like cows.
I like
not
cows are good.
plain milk.
Yeah. I like
Milk
oat
is
milk.
good. Yeah.
You plant milk you like?
No, not,
Did you-
I don't like plain milk.
Oh, okay. Plant milk I like. Yeah.
Oh, like soy milk?
Like oat milk.
Oat
Like
milk.
almond milk.
Yeah. Those
Almond
makes
plants. I don't know.
Alrighty then. So here on Talkin Cookies, we obviously love all things cookies, but in Grease, according to the song Freddie, My Love,
yes.
Marty loves Freddie.
I do.
So,
Very
let's
much.
talk about Grease a little bit. What exactly is the show about?
It's about this group of teenagers in the 1950s that go to Rydell High. And, they have, like, their cliques. There's the Pink Ladies and the Burger Palace Boys, or, like, in the movie T-Birds. And, they're like, the stereotypical greasers. And, like, like, the pretty girls. And there's, like, some tension, but they're all friends. And I'm contradicting myself, but,
Friendly banter.
Friendly rivalry.
Yeah.
Frenemy, or just friends with.
Exactly.
do you want to speak about
Rivalries.
Sandy?
There's a transfer student who's not from Australia. She's
No.
from Australia in the movie, but
She's not from Australia.
she comes in and she meets this guy, and
During the summer.
yeah, and then they realize that they're going to the same school, and it's this big hoopla.
Whole big thing.
Yeah,
Hoopla.
yeah.
That's a fun one.
And there's a lot of
Friends
drama
influence,
surrounding it.
and
Yeah,
yeah.
Gotcha.
lots of songs about
So
it.
many songs.
Of course. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun time.
Nice. Alrighty. So, would you say that you have a favorite scene or song from the production?
I'm biased.
I love Rizzo so much.
But I love There Were Worse Things I Could Do. It's really fun to sing, and the scene is fun.
It's a fun scene,
it takes
yeah.
place in Jan's basement. There's a party, and everybody spreads a secret about Rizzo, and then
won't
she
share
sings
it,
this song.
spoilers.
We will not come see the show, and you'll find out the secret.
Exactly.
And then she sings this song.
Yeah, it's a
And,
gorgeous
and
song.
I like-
She sings it beautifully.
Thank you. Thank you. And I like the sleepover scene too, which Katie.
Scene 4, that's, kind of nice. That's when the Pink Ladies are all together, and they're having a little sleepover moment, and that's when I get my song, Freddie, My Love, which, again, I'm biased. It's pretty good. I like it. It's so fun.
You sing it beautifully too. All right,
stop.
of course.
Well, yeah, I think those are our favorites.
I like my favorite dance scene is probably Shaken at the High School Hop.
That's beginning
It's
of Act
a-
2
yeah.
and Hand Jive.
It's a big-
Sorry, I love all the numbers.
It's a big start to Act 2. It's very, very exciting.
Gotcha. That one's not in the movie.
No,
though,
it
is
No,
it?
it's not.
So we're
It's
exactly.
a full surprise to everyone in the audience.
Gotcha.
Not now, because
Alright.
we just told them all about it.
A little so. Well, if they watch this, which I hope they do, then it will not be a surprise.
Yeah.
So,
So
alrighty.
they get to know.
Nice. So, when exactly is the musical? How can people purchase tickets, and how much do these tickets cost?
The musical is on March 31st, this upcoming Friday. So a week from today, filming. And it's at
And April
7.
1st.
Well, I'm
I'm
getting
sorry.
there. It's at 7 p.m. on the 31st, and then on the 1st of April, it's at 2 p.m. for the matinee and 7 p.m. for the regular show.
It's $10 in advance online. I assume there will be posters posted around the school, and $15 at the door.
And you can look in the Mepham School and Bones Instagram account. In
Yes.
their bio, they have the link. Yeah.
To buy tickets.
To buy tickets.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, what would you say is your favorite Skull and Bones production to be a part of thus far?
Grease.
Grease and Beauty and the Beast. Yeah.
I'm partial to musicals.
Yeah.
They're wonderful.
They're, yeah.
So,
It just adds
She
a
Kills
whole
Monsters,
other element.
really fun.
Would you say it slayed?
But
was bad. That was. I'm so sorry. I try to say the words, and other people say them, and it sounds normal, but I say it, and I feel like a 50-year-old woman.
No, but in the best way.
it's amazing.
Yeah, no.
It did slay.
Yeah.
See, you say, and it comes so natural.
It just rolls off the tongue.
I have to prepare myself mentally.
Yeah,
No, I
I like musicals generally.
They're my favorite.
I feel like the choreography also adds
yeah,
like a whole new,
Right.
adds more
Something about
energy
dancing
to the
is
show.
fun.
Yeah, like song and dance. I don't know what that was.
I'm not
No.
a dancer, but it's fun.
It
is fun.
Dancing.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, that's all that counts. If you're having fun, then the
You're
audience is
number
having
one.
fun. Oh,
That's a quote.
different.
Sorry.
Different directions.
We'll be
there.
quoting different things there.
I suppose it's all good. They're all good quotes.
Yes, I'm sure.
All right. So, do you have a favorite Skull and Bones memory?
I feel like it's hard to pick one.
Specific.
Yeah, it's hard to pick one.
Because there's so many.
Of course,
I'm
every
just
day.
holding this cookie.
You can continue to consume
I
it.
will.
I
So please.
like. I feel like I like looking back on freshman year and kind of like comparing how I've grown, and now also being a senior, looking back, looking at the freshmen currently, and seeing how they're
so
growing. They're adorable.
Yeah. I know that one
I
kid,
really like that.
Oliver.
Oh,
Oliver's
oh,
cool.
Oh my God.
He's so
Our teen
talented.
angel?
Do you know him?
Phenomenal.
Do you,
Wait, do you know Oliver?
I've heard an inkling or two about
yeah.
him.
Yeah, I see.
I think.
Yeah, no, he's so
Maybe.
talented. They're all amazing. The
yeah.
freshmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to come up with just one because it's so much fun. So I think just the general club. I have a lot of good memories and it's hard to pick just one. So I'll go with all of them.
That's cute.
Alrighty, so my goodness, if you could sum up the show in one word, what would it be and why?
I'm thinking energetic. There are so many dance numbers. They're all very
Love them, Sam.
energetic. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like the scenes too. There's just so much. It has a great energy.
dramatic and it's fun. So I know it's 2 words. Sorry, a hoot. But like the describing word is hoot, so it's fine.
It's
I
hoot.
think it means fun or funny, and I think it is a fun and funny show.
It's very funny.
It's humorous in like a parent way, but like also kids can like it. But it's really fun, and it's a really great time to be part of, and I think the audience will see that too.
They'll have a hoot too.
They'll have a hoot.
Everyone.
It's a
Whole
whole
hoot.
hoot.
Oh! Jinx, as they say. Knock on wood. You owe me a soda. You don't have to get me a soda.
So
The
that'll
cookies.
happen, it's fine.
Yeah, no, you're good. Alrighty, so Katie and Abby, thank you so much for joining me here today on Talkin Cookies.
For having us. This has been my B&B dream. I'm so excited to be here.
My debut.
Right, I cannot wait to see how the production turns out, and I hope that everyone watching at home make sure they get their tickets as soon as possible, in case they sell out. It's gonna be a real hoot. And I cannot wait to see you both in the production. I know it's going to be great.
you.
So now let's head over to the next segment.
Smart Cookies. Hi, I'm Jonathan Backay from Mepham Quiz Bowl, and I'm here with this month's Smart Cookies question. The question is, what year was the movie Grease released?
Today we're talking with Joe Prendamano, who is both a member of B&B and Skull and Bones. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here.
Well, thank you for being here. Alrighty, so would you like to try some cookies?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty, let's see if I can reach over. This is always a fun game.
Yeah,
Alright.
this is always a fun game.
Ready?
Cheers. Very good.
I agree with that sentiment. Alrighty. So when you're ready, would you like to explain what you've baked for us today?
So, these are chocolate chip cake mix cookies. They're made with yellow cake mix and obviously chocolate chips. Kind of a recipe I found.
Alright, just like a random recipe online.
Well, I encountered this website called Tasty, which hosts a bunch of recipes, and one time I made some of these recipes when I was younger, and I remembered watching a video on this type of cookie, so I decided to make it for the show.
Alright, perfect. Would you say this is like your favorite type of cookie, or would another one take top prize in your mind?
In my mind, my favorite type of cookie is peanut butter chip.
Ooh, that's a fun one. Just like with like peanut butter chips instead of like chocolate chips?
Yes, I love peanut butter chip cookies.
Nice, that sounds really good. I think we're gonna have to give that a try one time.
Yeah.
All right, nice. So now let's switch to the topic of the musical. What is your role in the musical, Grease?
My role is of duty. I play one of the Burger Palace boys. He's like the one that plays the guitar. He has he has a song for himself, and he's like kind of like the one that idolizes the other kids.
All right, nice. So, would you say you have a favorite song or scene from the show? I know you just mentioned you have like your own song. So.
Yeah, that's pretty difficult, but actually my favorite song would be "We Go Together." I think that song is just, it's very nice, it's very wholesome. I love the upbeat tone. I just think it's just an amazing song to just kind of share with friends, like, we go together. I'm not going to reveal too much, but...
Right, and that's with like the whole cast, right?
Yeah.
All right, nice.
I love that
sounds good.
song.
Alrighty, so how have your experiences in B&B perhaps helped you with theater or like vice versa?
I think the experiences I've had with B&B actually made me do theater in the first place, because when we were in the BC2 class, we made a movie. We made like a version of The Breakfast Club. I was one of like the quote cast members, and I decided the theater was something I wanted to do, so I decided to kind of go into that, and I've been having a good time. I've met a lot of good people.
Nice. I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad like your experiences here have allowed your interest to like grow to a lot of other places.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I've definitely kind of grown outside of things I usually would have dismissed, so that's a good thing.
All right, so what would you say is your favorite part of doing both B&B and theater?
Well, my favorite part of doing both is I get to kind of experience the kind of production of both broadcast and, you know, theater productions. You get to kind of experience how both things are produced and the differences that come with them, and a lot of the things are similar. You need sound for both, lights for both, how the lighting looks, all of that, kind of the acting in these shows and how it's being filmed, how it's being presented. Both of those things I feel like are very similar to each other, and I think they complement each other in a way.
Right, you definitely bring up a good point once you really stop and think about it. You know, a lot of the skills you learn in one kind of lend themselves to the other. So
Yeah.
it's really neat. All right, so thank you so much for joining me here, Joe. But
Thank you.
right before we wrap things up, let's take a look at the answer to this month's Smart Cookie segment.
Smart cookies, the answer.
The answer is 1978.
Joe, thank you so much for talking cookies with me today.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you once again for being here. It's been a lot of fun. I definitely had a great time, and I cannot wait to see you shine in the upcoming musical.
I'll definitely be there.
Aw, I mean, I hope so. You're performing.
Yeah, I
that
will,
would be kind of bad if you weren't there.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm really excited to get to see you.
Thanks.
Alrighty, so until then, I hope you all have a splendiferous day, and I will see you all next month.